Ooh, are you ready for this week's great advice from your angels? Well, stay tuned for this week's angel reading. I'm going to do a pick a card, which means I'm going to have 3 different piles, and you're going to trust your intuition, and you're going to go with which card you intuitively feel. Now, you might feel like all 3. You may feel just one in particular that's going to speak to you about using this card, this symbol, and this message to carry you through the week. Now, what if you go midweek and you feel like, oh, I need to go back? Maybe there's something I missed. Then do that. Always trust your intuition. That is the most important thing with any reading. Now, sometimes cards jump out, sometimes not at all. In this case, the cards didn't, so I laid them out. This very first card is Lilith, and it says independence. Now, how do you apply this card for this week? If this card speaks to you, independence, step back and look at different ways where you are leaning too much on someone else. If you are in a situation where love is just flowing, are you sharing your independence with the love of your life? If you're looking for the love of your life, are you independently reaching out to meet people, or are you relying on friends and connections and networking? If you feel so inclined to go to a wine tasting party, to go to a picnic, to go to a business networking event, then do that. You can meet love. You can meet that right person through those networking opportunities that are through friends, that are through parties, that are through something else. So pay attention to that independent streak. Also, step back and refer to where am I not being independent? In the sense that, am I being too much of an empath? I feel like this is absolutely a calling for all of you empaths out there to relinquish those talents that others have kind of woven into you. They are sticking into you. Maybe it's a thought, maybe it's a fear, maybe it's a heartache and you just can't explain it. Oftentimes, as an empath, you are being codependent. There are others that are codependent upon your energy, or being an energy vampire. Being independent then is helping you step back and reclaim your power. Pay attention to, where do I need to be more independent? Where do I exert maybe too much independence, and I can open my heart a little bit more to receiving. Pay attention. Use Lilith as that energy or extreme message that here's where I need to reach out. Maybe I need to be a little bit more protected. If you hear the name, maybe you're having suddenly an old replay of Cheers and you hear Lilith. Maybe you're watching an old episode of Frasier and you hear Lilith. Maybe it's just in some sort of conversation. Then really pay attention to, what was I just thinking? What was the message in that episode? What was the message for me? Trust your intuition. Let's go on to card number 2. Ooh, this is Liza, and it's Revelation. I hope I'm saying her name right. I may not be. Liza, maybe. Anyway, Revelation. I feel like this is going to happen more around Wednesday. I would look for the messages of setting the messages of clarity. So what I feel you should do beginning tonight, set the intention every night before you go to sleep. Set the intention of having clarity and wisdom throughout the night, so that when you wake, you have the revelation of the answer to your question. Maybe the question is about how to handle something at home. Maybe the question is, how can I open the door to manifest easier? Maybe it's clarity on, why is the law of attraction not working for me? Maybe it's simply clarity on, is there something I need to do to prepare my child for going to kindergarten readiness? should I be doing something over the summer so that they're better prepared? You will have a revelation by Wednesday. Start setting the intention right now, and then also set the intention that I see and hear clearly and accurately, meaning you're going to hear your angel's messages extremely clear, as if they are speaking directly, just like I'm right here and you're tuning in, right? You're hearing the words, you're hearing the message. When your angel's talking to you, it might feel like just a download of information. You'll just feel like it's a statement already presented, and you'll just know it. If you're having a dream, look at the meaning of your dream. This would be a great time to do a dream journal, but understand that this message within your dream, within the symbol, maybe you keep seeing the same symbol over and over. Maybe you keep seeing the same number over and over. Pay attention to those subtle messages, because you will have that revelation. Continue on, especially Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Friday night. I would love for you to write your question in a dream journal or in a journal by the side of your bed. And then in the morning, before you get up, write down everything that you can remember, every thought or every impression that you feel. You will have the revelation out of those messages. So begin tonight, setting the intention of clarity and having my question answered. You can already begin writing your question tonight if you desire. So just take action, just get started. Card number 3, woohoo! I love this card. I believe her name is Uzume, and she brings humor. Oh my gosh, it's so hot in the Northern Hemisphere, at least, and around at least in Ohio, let me tell you, and all the way down to Florida. I know we are having some scorchers, and angers can flare, crankiness can increase, and people are just in a mood. So what ways can you bring humor into your life? You might be feeling like you're hitting your head, you're hitting block walls. You might feel like nothing's working out for me. But if you will step back and trust this card's message to interject humor into your day, either take time without any guilt, make the time to watch a movie that has you laughing. Have one of your favorite movies playing. Maybe you have an instance where you're able to read some jokes. Listen, remember how Reader's Digest has some just funnies that you can even Google and look at some of those. Take the time to allow yourself to enjoy humorous moments, laughing at yourself, being more playful. Give yourself permission to really embrace a humorous week, because when you do, you're going to raise your vibration, you're going to be able to hear angels clearly, and you're going to be making a difference in the world because you are bringing that sunshine. You're bringing a lighter mood to the world. So even though other people might be elevating crankiness, you're going to be able to create a blanket of peace and tranquility and joy, and people are going to be even more attracted to you. This would especially be available to you in the workplace. Just think about how people are having a bad time. They're being kind of cranky and they're not able to laugh at themselves. Sometimes you setting the example of being able to laugh at yourself is going to help others take and follow your example. They're going to take your example to heart. They're going to see that smile on your face, and they're going to want some of that. Be sure to be prepared to just share some happy moments, a funny story, a funny thing happened to me. And then you can even say, what was your favorite part of today? What was something that happened funny over the weekend? And sort of retrain everybody's mind so that they're going to be in alignment with that. Whether you are listening to card 1, 2, 3, or all 3, by incorporating these and weaving them into your week, you're going to find you are having a more productive, more successful, and more beneficial week for you to manifest the life you desire. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you being here and allowing me to share these angel messages with you. Thanks, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Mwah.